Just days ago, Blac Youngsta had the whole internet going wild after he quietly ripped CMG out of his Instagram bio, making it loud and clear he moving like a free agent with no ties holding him down. The second people noticed, blogs went crazy, fans started arguing, and social media turned into a full fireworks the show because every little move he makes sparks a storm. Now and the craziest part is this whole thing feels like a rerun because he's pulled the same stunt more than once. Almost every year he shakes the table the exact same way, scrubbing CMG from his page, dropping cryptic energy online, and then watching everybody panic before popping back up like nothing ever happened. Just last year he removed the CMG tag, posted some strange messages, and then suddenly showed up standing next to Yo Gotti at his birthday bash like everything was tight, which had people confused and heated at the same time. But fans aren't buying the idea that it as just a harmless trick anymore because something definitely shifted between him and CMG boss Yo Gotti. After the heartbreaking loss of Memphis rapper Young Dolph back in 2021, people online been pushing all kinds of theories, and one thing that keeps getting repeated is the talk about Gotti being disappointed in how Youngsta handled himself right after D's passing, which added even more tension to an already messy situation. Then everything got even messier when court papers, witness statements, and connected cases kept mentioning CMG's name, making the public look even harder at every move the label made during that time. And right in the center of all that chaos, Youngsta jumped online, posting captions and visuals that many people felt were mocking Doe's death, which only added more smoke to the situation and made the streets talk even louder about what was really going on behind the scenes. Whether he thought it was a joke, a jab, or just him acting the way he always acts, it came off bad, real bad, for Gotti, who was already sitting under hot lights from the media and law enforcement. Having one of his top artists stirring up smoke like that was just messy. It was a straight-up danger zone for CMG's whole image. Word on the street says that behind closed doors, Gotti tried to calm Youngsta down and slow his social media wild streak before the label same got dragged even deeper into drama they didn't need. But someone like Youngsta, who built his whole reputation on speaking raw and unfiltered, wasn't trying to live under any leash, and that pressure only made the tension with CMG's leadership even hotter. Then he jumped back on the internet and let off a blazing post that had everybody glued to the screen. "Play with me. I'm going to take away everything that came out. Your mama, I swear to God, all my brothers dead, so why not the house going to send it upside down about me? Dead or alive, but I stand on my own 10. That is why I am respectful and respected everywhere I go. I'm the realest wiggle. You will run across all my wiggles. No, for sure, I hold it together. Loyalty. All we know the house. Don't go against the house. That's the way my grandma raised me. God bless everyone." That whole rant shook the timeline because nobody could tell who he was aiming at, but the energy felt way too personal, and he didn't stop there. The next part hit just as heavy and had folks rewinding the clip trying to catch every word. Said, "These wiggles see before and they still misleading you. They some type of mob bosses, bro. I'm gone, not bad right now, and at S11 AM. I'm sick of these wiggers and I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to show them young wiggers there's more to life. I blame the fake OGs, the fake big homies, the fake big brothers, the fake CEOs, the fake teachers, the fake people who in your life are not telling you right from wrong. But I understand it's hard to listen to BS from a BS person. I was once like you, not afraid to admit it. God put me here to help you go through whatever it is that you are dealing with." That message had people arguing all day, because it sounded less like general advice and more like he was calling out somebody with power. Things took another wild turn when fans started reading those lines as slick subliminals aimed straight at Yo Gotti, especially that part about fake mob bosses, which spread everywhere like wildfire. The reason it hit so hard is because Gotti never hid his interest in real mob legends. His rap name is literally inspired by John Gotti, the Gambino figure known for power, respect, and underworld loyalty. So when Youngsta tossed that phrase out, people instantly connected the dots, and we started wondering if he was finally speaking on the tension that has been rumored for years. And when the streets waited to see if Gotti would let that slide, he seemed to send his own message without naming anyone, dropping 3 polished Instagram photos with captions like "nothing bigger and unbreakable" while blasting Jay's iconic Dynasty intro in the background. That was his way of stepping into the spotlight with boss energy, letting the world know he wasn't bending for anybody. And social media went crazy trying to decode who he was talking to. In the background of Gotti's post, the song choice felt way too perfect to be an accident. It came off calculated, intentional, and layered with meaning. Interview 735.
So bro, it's like, what, if you so gangster, why the f you rap? Why you ain't out there killing? You need to go do some murders, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're a killer, go kill some people. You right here on this stage for me. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, so many people want to be rappers. And so many people I ain't no rapper, I'm a street. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much bullshit. So I had to wonder to myself, like,
the only reason I didn't do it Like, I could have went over there and got what got it and got the co-signer and sped my whole process up. But at the same time, I couldn't do it because I had too much of my own money and too much of my own time invested into it. So it wouldn't have made sense for me. You see what I'm saying? And man, it's like, that's Memphis, bro. That town is too small. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, if anything, if he wanted to do something, I wanted to do something, bro, it's like, let's do it. That town is small.
That track is loaded with mafia-style symbolism, and 2 specific bars had fans staring at their screens, wondering if this was a straight response to Youngsta's fake mob boss's line. The first line, the theme song to The Sopranos playing The Key of Life on my mental piano, hit especially hard because anybody who knows The Sopranos knows that show was all about loyalty, betrayal, and a boss running an empire under non-stop pressure. So, Gotti picking a track soaked in mob energy looked like him firing back without raising his voice, reminding everybody how deep his branding runs and how Longs leaned into that mafia-themed persona. Then came the second bar. Fans couldn't stop talking about clap whoever stand between Sean and figures. In street terms, clap simply means removing obstacles, taking out anything or anyone, blocking the bag, or slowing down the operation. A lot of people on social media took that as more than rap nostalgia. He saw it as Gotti, hinting that his issue with Youngsta wasn't emotional, it was straight business. The message people took from that moment was simple. Disrespecting Young Dolph right after his passing brought way too much heat on the label, especially when CMG's name was already being mentioned in court papers and police conversations tied to surrounding situations. So Gotti sounding off through music felt like his way of saying he was in risking the brand for anyone, even someone he helped put on. Right after Gotti's slick post went viral, Youngsta hopped on Instagram with a raw no-filter message that had the whole internet spinning. He made it clear he wasn't pretending with anybody, and if you don't see him standing next to someone, it's because he doesn't rock with them at all. He wrote, "Dante asked me about no wiggle you Dante see me with. I don't allow nobody I don't respect around me. For real, for real." Mind you, this is the same day I went viral for taking CMG out my bio and saying I'm independent. So, I'm sure people was hitting me up asking what ass up with me and Gotti. Don't ask me about no wiggle you don't see me with. I don't allow nobody I don't respect around me. For real, for real. Youngsta doubled down even harder, adding that almost everyone around him is there strictly for business. Nothing deeper, nothing emotional. Said 90% of the people you see me around, it's only business for me. For real, for real. Majority of my friends are dead and gone. I don't make new friends for sure. The 1% you never see me with. And we like real bros. It's love, loyalty to the deaths with us. That message let fans know he was moving alone, thinking for himself and drawing a sharp line between loyalty and business. Youngsta made it clear he had reached his breaking point and he wasn't sugarcoating anything anymore. He said he was done with fake love, fake loyalty, and people pretending to be solid when they were really switching up behind the scenes. He was washing his hands clean instead of trying to make anything look pretty for the public. Then he pushed the message further with a raw edge that had everybody reacting. He said, "We either cool or we not. Either way, I'm cool. I'm not like your favorite rapper. Allegedly, I have what I rap whole time. These wiggers just sound good on songs. If I'm lying, God could take my soul like my body in the next 5 minutes. No cap, I cut a lot of people off that I thought was real like me. They either used to be made yes men, snakes, disloyal, ungrateful, don't believe in God like me, or think they bigger than the program." That kind of talk hit heavy because he wasn't directing it at one person. It sounded like he was talking to anybody who played him sideways. And then came the final message that felt more like a warning shot than a statement. The kind you drop when you're recarrying your whole path. He said, "I know I'm not untouchable. I know I'm not bigger than the program. I know no matter how much money I got, I can be touched. And I know for a fact that my ops know I Dan T play the radio. It'll be in my blood. Peace Youngsta thugging Dulo, the strongest man alive." That line had the entire internet locked in because his tone didn't sound like entertainment. It sounded personal, like he was preparing himself for whatever came next. What made everything even wilder is the fact that midway through his career, Youngsta openly admitted in an interview that he and Gotti used to clash all the time about how he moved. Gotti felt he was too unpredictable, too loud online, and too quick to react without thinking, which is exactly why Youngsta once dropped a CMG project called Young and Reckless, a title that basically summed up his whole identity at that moment. Tension between major names. Das and T always stay inside a song or a mysterious caption. Sometimes that pressure spills outside the studio and takes on a life of its own. That's when everything gets serious because words hit different once the streets start paying attention. Gotti has always moved with that calm boss energy, surrounding himself with people who stay disciplined, stay focused, and follow whatever program he sets in motion. If the situation between him and Youngsta ever turned into real hostility, don't just be about music or pride. The ripple effect could hit people who had nothing to do with the original problem. In messy situations like this, it's usually the friends, the associates, or the folks standing nearby who end up catching the emotional weight of the conflict, even when they're not involved at all. And for Youngsta, the risk feels even more complicated because Gotti's name carries influence in both the industry and the city streets, giving him connections that stretch way past recording studios. People online often whisper that when Gotti decides to move a certain way, does it quietly, carefully, and without a lot of noise, situations appear or disappear in ways that make folks talk without pointing fingers. If things ever went left, the real danger wouldn't be some big explosion. It would be someone in their shared circle switching sides, setting him up, or even involving police pressure that traps him in a corner. That's the style people call the quiet, strategic way. No loud arguments, no public confrontations, just subtle moves that say everything without a single word being spoken. And unless cooler heads step in quick, this tension could easily snowball into something neither side intended. A chain reaction based on pride, pressure, and misunderstandings that can't be paused once it starts. In a city like Memphis, where loyalty is gold, but betrayal cuts sharp, one small mistake could take a simple disagreement and turn it into a situation nobody wants to see blow up. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your thoughts.